what's up, guys? This is Vengeance.
This is the night.
This is Batchat. I'm Flynn Cook.
I'm Joshua Castro.
And welcome to the brand new micro-series running counter to Metropolis After Hours. We're shooting this at Eclipse Coffee, just down the street from Metropolis Comics, in beautiful downtown Bellflower, California. Tonight's episode is brought to you by Diet Coke, just for the taste of it.
Just for the taste of it, Diet Coke.
That's weird.
Yeah, quite strange. Oh, well, it's also brought by orange juice.
Yes, nature's candy.
Delicious.
Anyway, this is a series where, quick little blipverts, basically, for those of you who know what those are. We're going to have conversations about Batman. So tonight's topic, tell them about tonight's topic, Josh.
Well, today we are finally going to handle that big argument, Nolan versus Schumacher. We all know Schumacher wins. Okay, I'm kidding. No one needs to kick my ass for this. Today we're going to discuss Burton versus Nolan.
Wow.
This is such a big argument amongst the Batman fanboys. And
it's what destroyed the Batman fan base as we know it, in my opinion.
I wouldn't say it destroyed the Batman fan base. I think
you're
it's
not in it on the internet as much as I am.
I think it's just reaching to another audience that's not as comic booky, if you will.
Fair enough.
But let's revisit some of these things about the Burton film. I know you're the resident expert.
Just in a word, is not to denounce merits that the Nolan films may have. My feelings of them notwithstanding, people aren't remembering the Tim Burton Batman films the way that they should. People really are judging them in comparison to the Christopher Nolan films without really realizing just how close to the comics Tim Burton's films are.
Well, I think the big issue there is that a lot of people don't realize that Burton was going for a different era of Batman.
Yeah.
The era that he was going for was the Bob Kane era of Batman, or in which Batman did kill, for one. Mm-hmm. And
Commissioner Gordon was like a meaty guy.
So I think that's one of the big things that a lot of people overlook and forget about the Burton films.
Yeah. A lot of people say it, but not a lot of people really realize that, unlike so many characters, like I always say, Spider-Man has always been Spider-Man, Superman has always been Superman. Batman has been so radically different through the ages that if you have one that's, kind of different from another one, it's not invalid. Just because the current Batman has a no-kill coda, and Christopher Nolan's Batman has the same thing, it doesn't mean that the Michael Keaton, Tim Burton Batman is inaccurate. Far from it, actually.
That is very true. Now to visit the current Nolan films, that's very in tune with what's going on today in the comics. You have a Commissioner Gordon who's not so meaty. You're having the bat signal on the top of the building where they're talking and things like that. So,
even that dates back to the 70s comics, but I wouldn't say so much in terms of regular tonality that the Nolan films are capturing the modern comics, because to me they're kind of amorphous. They have the elements of the things that are in the current Batman comics, but not really its tone per se. Although,
well, I guess you could make that argument. I personally, what I dislike about the Nolan films is it doesn't have that fantasy feel to it.
Yeah, absolutely.
In that world, you could never have a Mr. Freeze. Not that Arnold gave us a good Mr. Freeze.
That's for another time.
Yeah, that's another debate. But I'm just saying, I can't imagine a Man-Bat in that world. I felt that the Scarecrow wasn't as horrific as he should have been.
Yeah, exactly.
I think you can go a lot further with those characters than has been given to us. And unfortunately, Nolan has closed that door. And we will never see these characters treated the way we would love to see them treated. Yeah,
that's a problem. Because it's become so wildly successful, Christopher Nolan's take, there's a great deal of, and it ties into why people don't like the Tim Burton films all of a sudden, when they loved them before the Christopher Nolan movies came out. It's not because the Nolan movies are better. I must stress this. They're certainly not better written in terms of how they present their dialogue, because the films are needlessly wordy and there's nothing left to the imagination. There's no way to analyze the film, because the film analyzes itself. But that aside, it's really undercutting the Batman legacy as a whole when people prefer that, and it's so wildly successful because it's realistic. It's like people can't enjoy a Batman film where they don't explain where the Batmobile came from. I mean, for me, I could fill in the blanks. He's rich. He made it.
Not just that. There are certain things where he doesn't capture the character of Batman. But to say that it's technically better than those films is really difficult. They both have their merits, and they appeal to different audiences. So it's really hard to tell you that one is better than the other, hands down.
Yeah, well, we can get into this topic again another time. We're at our time limit, so we'll see you guys again next time.